the church squares and a memory from that, and then one that's from outside of the church.
I got something too.
Oh, okay. Is anybody ready?
Sure.
Okay, Corbin's ready. You may have to. Here you go.
Hi. I can't read. I gotta go to this side. This is my quilt. Sorry, Tim. My favorite non-church shirt would have to be the one in the middle down here, the Carnegie Hall square, because we got to sing in Carnegie Hall this past spring break, and I've never experienced anything like that in my life. But my shirt one would probably be Slaying the Dragons. Down here, that's 2 squares, I guess, technically, but they're together. That was the camp we did at Red Rock Canyon in 08. I was going to look for a place, but it was the year 2008, and I was on crutches the entire trip because I had sprained my ankle really bad, but Gabby helped me wrap it every night before I went to bed. If that tells you anything about the relationship we have. And Tim helped me climb the rock wall without my crutches or my wheelchair. So we braved the face of the rock together. I guess that's all I have. I don't know. Tim's a guy. He's probably ready.
Oh.
Okay. I'd say my favorite church-related shirt is the Paint in the Town one from New Orleans when we went on a mission trip down there. That was a really good experience, and I had a lot of fun there. And as for non-church shirts, I guess this one here says Pokes Win. November 30th, 2002. That was, I don't know. I didn't let my mom put very many non-church shirts on there because I like those.
How do you say it?
I agree with Tim. I like the Paint in the Town one because New Orleans, that was probably the best mission trip I've been on so far out of my 2. Other than that, I like all of my Pioneer football shirts because I worked for the football team and really enjoyed that. So you saw George and I. Where's George? Where's George? So filling out some plays. So that was fun.
Okay, and the reason that's funny is there's a kind of running joke in the youth ministry about how terrible my T-shirts are, and so that's why they all get cut up and put on blankets instead of worn. We talked a little bit earlier in the service about what you guys' plans are for the fall, what you're going to be doing, and what UHBC's meant to you. But I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about what is a funny story that happened in the church, in the youth ministry on a trip, or something like that. Now, it's PG, so remember that. There are children around. So think about a time whenever you have a funny story about it. I think I remember Corbin and Connor, the 2 brothers. It seemed like for the first 4 years I've been here, one of them's had a broken leg or a broken arm or in some kind of a cast or crutch or something like that. And so when I moved here, Corbin had the big poofy hair, and I thought, wow, that's a lot of hair. So Corbin had the big poofy hair, and he thought it was cool, and that was my first impression of Corbin. It was a phase, yeah. When I moved here, Tim had a watch. My first memory of Tim is he had this green watch, and it was broke, and so it the bottom pin had broken out, and he couldn't get it fixed, and so he continued to wear it in spite of having new watches, but it would flop. And so he'd move his hand around and flop around, and I thought, this is a special young man right here to watch. And Gabby, the thing I remember most about Gabby is just her smile and her willingness to love on you, I think. And I know that's not funny like these 2, but just her willingness to. Oh, I do remember a funny story about Gabby. My first year at Falls Creek, Gabby and Corbin dressed up like nerds. For a skit we did, and so they were very good nerds for me. You were in. Oh, you're a hot lady. I'm sorry. My bad. This is a hot lady right here, guys, in case you're wondering. But I remember that skit we did with them and how funny it was to see them interact and do that. So you've had some time to think about it. Corbin, what's a funny story or memory you might have?
I actually hadn't thought of one yet. I have too many stories. We've spent so much time together, it's not even funny. So much time. Okay, Gabby's gonna go.
When we were in New Orleans, well, basically the whole New Orleans trip was just laughable. Not that it was bad laugh, but it was just funny. One night, Tally, Corbin, Connor, and I stayed up really late with Corey. I don't know what we were playing games and apples to apples and jokes, and all I remember from that night was Corey telling this joke about NASCAR, and it was, he's taking another left turn, going around, and that's just a laughing joke between the 4 or 5 of us now. And we just think of that night, and that's all we remember, so we have to laugh. Oh, my Viking.
He didn't end up with a Boy Scout on there. Yeah, right in the middle. Right in the middle.
Okay.
I mean,
the
the great one.
funny story I can think of right now is one year when we were at Falls Creek, Ryan Geiser was there, and he had a small, yes, he was a sponsor, not a student, and he had a small stuffed rodent, and he tied it on a string and put it under a trash can on the other side of the road. And people would walk across, and he would just start pulling it across in front of their feet, and they would freak out. It was hilarious.
Recently, what was the last event we had? Church. Besides Sunday school. I really can't think of a good story. Oh yes, we were at the Red Rock Canyon where I climbed the cliff with Tim and Gabby fixed my foot, and Nash and Sam. Oh. And like 3 other younger ones. They were still at the prime. We're just gonna run around and do whatever we want age without getting in trouble. They found this armadillo. And they grabbed Nash's towel to try and trap the armadillo underneath the towel. They were successful, and they got the towel on the armadillo, but then the armadillo pooped all over the towel. So Nash didn't have a towel the rest of the week because there was armadillo poop on it. And it was funny because it was Sam's fault, not Nash's. So we all had a really good laugh about that.
All right. Again, these students have blessed me. They were freshmen whenever I came in, and being able to see them grow and mature as they have has just been a blessing on my life as well. What we're going to do now is I'm going to have the students come down front, down here, and I'm going to invite the youth and anyone that wants to, family, just really close friends, or just someone that's willing to pray for them. I'm going to have you come and lay hands on them, and actually I'm going to have you guys spread out. Tim, if you'll go in the middle, Corbin over here, and Gabby over here. Come up, lay hands on them, and then just pray over them, and then I'll dismiss us in a word of prayer, and we'll move into the business meeting. So you guys go ahead and go down there. We're going to pray for you.